The people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated. Snow White, let's see. All right, so we have Snow White today, directed by Mark Webb, starring Rachel Zegler, Gal Gadot, and Andrew Burnap. So starting off, definitely seeing the trend of moving from cartoon animation to live action. Makes you think, are we really that far out of ideas? And you'll see in the previews later on that we're continuing that theme. So I really enjoyed the color aspect of the movie as far as the cinematography goes. Definitely Rachel Zegler can sing. Beautiful voice. It does make me wonder if in these musicals, which this is heavily a musical, if these actors really are singing or if we go back to Milli Vanilli and their lip syncing. I have a hard time believing that everybody can sing. Or at least that gives me hope that I can one day. Maybe some voice lessons. So there was a strange moment in the movie where we have the 7 dwarfs meet the 7 bandits. Definitely feels like they were trying to tell another story with these bandits and then found out that it wasn't going to work. I think we all know the reasons and heard the reasons why they made the change, but now we have the 7 dwarfs in the movie, and it just felt awkward. It seemed like they forgot about the dwarves and telling the story of the thieves, and then vice versa. When they were telling the story of the thieves, they forgot where the dwarfs were. It just felt like they were telling 2 stories of some kind and trying to mash it all up to where it made a cohesive story, but definitely did notice that. You know, one of the things that jumped out at me was Gal Gadot's character, the evil queen, and how evil she was. And, you know, you think about it, she was misguided because she wanted to be the center of attention. She wanted to be the most beautiful thing in the kingdom. And it just goes to show that, you know, that's not the way to live. And in the end, everybody has a price to pay for that. And she definitely paid the price for that. It kind of reminds me of Romans 12:21. Don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. And that was a lesson that the evil queen, or Gal Gadot's character, definitely needed to learn here. All right, you know my favorite part, the previews. What we saw this week was The King of Kings, which is the story of Jesus coming up in the Easter time frame, so very appropriate timing on that one. That is an Angel Studios cartoon that's coming out. How to Train Your Dragon, again, one of those movies where it was a cartoon, now it's live action. Like, can we get some original stories here? Well, speaking of new ideas, we do have The Karate Kid. The story continues. It's Karate Kid Legends. So we have Smurfs. Watch out for those blue creatures coming to Paris. We have Jurassic World Rebirth. Freakier Friday. I'm starting to see a theme of a lot of retold stories, just maybe a little bit of twist here and there. And then again, another one, Lilo and Stitch, was a cartoon at one time and now is going to be a live action movie. But hey, until next week, let's see.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness. But the queen changed everything.